30 acres of wheat burned up when a vehicle caught fire, causing thousands of dollars in damages. And a new look for the tasting room of one of Walla Walla's oldest wineries, wrapping up Walla Walla Wine Month in style.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And Riley, the nice, beautiful days just keep coming.
They are. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Today is going to be a nice sunny day as well into tomorrow. Here's a look at today's forecast. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are still warming up into some beautiful temperatures. We've got a dry and calm week ahead in terms of precipitation and our winds, all looking forward to a hot weekend that is ahead. For the Yakima area, we are starting our day today in the lower 50-degree temperatures, which is a far cry from last week when we had a freeze warning in the Yakima and Ellensburg areas, making our way into the mid-70s today. For the Tri-Cities, starting our day in the mid-50s, making our way into 77 degrees. And in Walla Walla and the Blues, we're starting in the mid-50s, making our way into 72 degrees today. We have a beautiful day ahead and a beautiful weekend ahead. I'll have more on my full forecast coming up.
A vehicle fire quickly spread across a wheat field in Benton County yesterday afternoon. The vehicle owner reported he was driving near the 18,000 block of Badger Canyon Road when he noticed an electrical odor. The SUV then lost power and started smoking. The driver tried to douse the flames but wasn't able to stop it from spreading to a nearby field of dry wheat stubble. Benton County Fire District No. 1 responded along with other Benton County agencies. The fire burned about 30 acres of wheat, causing an estimated $10,000 worth of damage. But firefighters managed to keep the fire from spreading to a nearby home and communications tower, and there were no injuries. April is Walla Walla Valley Wine Month, and one of the original Walla Walla wineries just unveiled its newly renovated tasting room. Cap KVUE's Alyssa Warner got a look at changes to the historic White House Crawford building in downtown Walla Walla.
It's a new look for the Seven Hills Winery tasting room in a building that's over a century old.
So the building was built in 1904. It used to be a lumber and planing mill that helped turn the timber into lumber here and that helped build Walla Walla.
These days it's less noise and sawdust, more art, and of course wine.
When you come into the tasting room here, you can actually see where the wine's being made. The barrel room is just right off the side of the tasting room, and that, we're do tours and show people around where we actually make the wine. Seven
Hills Winery was one of the pioneers of the local wine industry before the Walla Walla Valley was officially recognized by winemakers.
Founded in 1988 by Casey and Vicki McClellan. Casey planted the first production vineyard here in Walla Walla back in 1980, and that was 4 years before Walla Walla became an AVA in 1984.
Today, the historic White House Crawford building is home not just to a longtime winery, but also to an up-and-coming restaurant.
When you walk across the hallway to Kinglet, one of the first things you notice is how they're showcasing this historic building, from the wide floorboards all the way to the exposed rafters.
We walked in and you're kind of entranced by the brick and the tall ceilings. It felt so enticing and warm, and we couldn't say no.
Kinglet owner and head chef Maximilian Petty says he saw the space for lease during the pandemic and within months had moved in.
My team is small, but
it's a new look for the Seven Hills Winery tasting room in a building that's over a century old.
So the building was built in 1904. It used to be a lumber and planing mill that helped turn the timber into lumber here and that helped build Walla Walla.
These days it's less noise and sawdust, more art, and of course wine.
When you come into the tasting room here, you can actually see where the wine's being made. The barrel room is just right off the side of the tasting room, and that, we're do tours and show people around where we actually make the wine.
Seven Hills Winery was one of the pioneers of the local wine industry before the Walla Walla Valley was officially recognized by winemakers.
Founded in 1988 by Casey and Vicki McClellan. Casey planted the first
body cam footage of the shooting of one of its police officers back on March 24th. Pasco police officer Phil Hanks can be seen walking up to a vehicle just before 6 a.m. in the parking lot of the Circle K convenience store on Road 32 and Court Street. However, you can see Officer Hanks be immediately shot at. He suffered a gunshot wound to his arm. Officer Hanks immediately radioed and said shots fired, I'm hit, and called for backup. The gunman can then be seen driving away from the scene at a high rate of speed. As a radio call for Officer Down went out to all nearby law enforcement agencies, those agencies immediately responded. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office then caught up with the suspect further down Court Street around Road 64. At that point, Deputy Childers met the suspect head-on in his vehicle, and the video shows the suspect pointing a gun at Childers. The suspect is then shot at through the windshield and is later taken to the hospital. At this time, his current condition is not known. The investigation into the shooting is ongoing. An update in the case against a local vet tech accused of stealing nearly $500,000 from her employer. 43-year-old Christina Ripplinger is accused of embezzling $470,000 over a period of 4 years. Yesterday, she pleaded not guilty in Benton County Superior Court. Her attorney also filed a waiver asking the judge to allow Christina to travel throughout Washington instead of being restricted to just Benton and Franklin counties while out on bail. The attorney representing Horseheaven Hills Pet Urgent Care says the practice is devastated that Ripplinger abused their trust. They are internally investigating her alleged actions, and at this time the practice does not believe customers' financial information was misused. They extended their gratitude to the KPD, adding they look forward to putting this chapter behind them. General Jim Mattis will be this year's keynote speaker at the graduation ceremony for WSU Tri-Cities. The retired Marine Corps 4-star general served as Secretary of Defense for 2 years during the Trump administration. The general calls Tri-Cities home and is a Richland native. The WSU Tri-Cities commencement ceremony takes place a week from Saturday on May 6th at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. 315 students will graduate from the Tri-Cities campus. WashDOT spent yesterday morning cleaning up 2 lanes of I-182 after someone lost a load of cement bags that they spilled onto the roadway. According to Washington State Patrol Trooper Chris Thorson, the spilled bags blocked traffic between SR 395 and Road 68 just before 11 a.m. Traffic was backed up to 1 lane while crews cleaned up the mess. Trooper Thorson called for people to not do something like this and to secure your load. STCU and Cap KVU Local News are looking for community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step helping us all. If you know someone like this, please nominate them by clicking on contests at yaktrynews.com. Every 6 weeks or so, we choose a volunteer to profile on Cap KVU Local News, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you for nominating someone, and a big thank you to all volunteers who make our communities stronger. We will return in just a moment, but first Riley Fitzgerald joins us now for a quick look at weather.
Certainly. It's warm today. It's going to be warmer tomorrow and even warmer on Saturday somehow. What happened to spring? Excited for it. We're taking a look outside. The sun hasn't quite risen up yet. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
And local health care providers are looking to bring awareness to a law that protects parents making a difficult decision. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Get $750 purchase allowance on most 2023 Cadillac CT4 and CT5 models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just 1 line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just 1 line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get 1 line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Thanks to less flop tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
One day, I will rock that swimsuit.
Your one day is closer than you think. From fresh meals to one-on-one coaching, Jenny Craig is Weight Loss Made Simple.
Your one day starts today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Get amazing savings on furniture for your entire home right now during the Memorial Day sale at More Furniture. All under $600. Relax on this classic plush sofa in 2 color options for only $595. Create a bedroom sanctuary with this solid wood queen bed with fabric headboard for only $595. Deck out your dining room with this table and 6 chairs in multiple height and color options for only $595. Preview these sales specials and chat with one of our design experts at morefurniture.com.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
It is 5:11. Welcome back. Richland Police and Cadillac Hospitals are now partnering together to raise awareness about the Safe Haven Law in Washington. The law makes it so those who don't feel ready to be parents are safe from prosecution and can remain anonymous after they drop off an infant within 72 hours of birth. Here's what officials had to say.
I believe the Safe Haven Law was enacted back in 2002, and they have started publishing on their website since 2009 how many infants have been given up to Safe Haven locations. And since 2009, there have been 59 infants who have been brought to Safe Haven locations within Washington State.
There are multiple drop-off locations scattered across the Tri-Cities, with one being the Cadillac Hospital emergency entrance and any fire station during open hours. You can find more information on our website, yaktrinews.com. A new study shows physical exercise may help people fight addiction. Researchers looked at 43 existing studies involving 3,000 participants. They found regular exercise was associated with lowered substance use in about 75% of the studies. The studies were found to have a high risk of bias, but it's already known that exercise reduces anxiety and depression. It is thought that changes exercise makes to neural pathways in the brain can reverse changes substances make to them. No specific exercise regimen was studied. Experts currently recommend most people get 2.5 hours of moderately intense physical activity each week and 2 days of muscle strengthening activity. The new study appeared in the journal PLOS ONE. A new study is suggesting menopause is to blame for billions of dollars in medical expenses and lost productivity in the workplace. Mayo Clinic Proceedings published the study Wednesday. Researchers surveyed about 5,000 women between the ages of 45 and 60. They say most of the women were employed at the time of the study. According to the researchers, 13% of the women said they experienced an adverse work outcome related to menopause symptoms, while about 11% missed days of work because of it. Those symptoms include hot flashes, night sweats, and sleep disturbances. Researchers estimated the annual cost of lost days of work due to menopause symptoms is nearly $2 billion, while medical costs attributed to menopause is nearly $25 billion. Coming up, the local Meals on Wheels chapter continues to expand despite not having the resources it would like. How they managed to do that next. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Offices. You know, over the years, our firm has developed a tremendous amount of resources to help protect public safety. Timing, equipment, talent, skill, these are all ingredients of success.
What
happens when you wish upon a star. Dreams come true. And I'm about to give one lucky fan the magical surprise dream of a lifetime to fly to LA and see the premiere of my new film, Wish. I'll see you live on Good Morning America.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-timer. Game Flings with Oxy Boost and Febreze.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving exclusively in members' mailboxes this week. Our 16-page book has store-wide savings in every department. From lawn and garden essentials to patio needs, Bi-Mart has you covered for less. Plus, save on pantry essentials, pet supplies, and more. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
What attracted me to working at McCurley is just how much they do for the community. And they do a lot for therapeutic riding of Tri-Cities, which I have a personal connection with. My son Caden, he has autism and he goes there. What I love most about what I do is I am a champion for my customers. We care about our customers and making sure that they get into the best and safest vehicle possible. I'm Taylor Boyce and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home and help make an impact in our community in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. To avoid brittle nails and fungus, give your toenails frequent polish breaks. Get more at yaktrinews.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jarrett Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Offices. You know, over the years, our firm has developed a tremendous amount of resources to help protect public safety. Timing, equipment, talent, skill, these are all ingredients of success.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We had a beautiful day yesterday. It's going to be a beautiful day right today. We're looking through the Giza Stadium Skycam in Pasco. Let's take a look at our full forecast. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. We are definitely warming up as we get into the rest of our week. We've got some dry and calm conditions in terms of precipitation and wind, and we've got a hot weekend that's ahead. It's definitely heating up. For our highs today, we are seeing 76 in Yakima, 73 in Ellensburg, in the Mid-Columbia area, mid to upper 70 degrees, and in the Blues, we are seeing the lower to mid 70-degree temperatures. For our futurecast, we are seeing not a whole lot. We are seeing clear conditions, a little bit of cloud coverage through our areas into our Friday. Just not a whole lot that's going on our futurecast. Got some wind, got some clouds ahead, but otherwise it's looking just beautiful. For our wind coverage, we are seeing some settling down into our Saturday. Our temperatures are definitely rising on Saturday and our wind is settling down, peaking on Sunday just a little bit and settling into the rest of our work week. For our temperature trend, we are currently above our averages. This time last week, we were settling around 5 to 10 degrees below our averages for several weeks in a row. Now we are above and going beyond. We're actually not seeing ourselves dropping below our averages anytime soon. Definitely peaking towards our weekend in the 80-degree temperatures, settling down into the start of our work week, which is another trend that we've been seeing over the last couple weeks. Our temperatures are dropping as we get into the start of our work weeks. For our overnight lows tonight, we are seeing the mid to upper 40s across all of our regions. They're kind of looking like our high temperatures from a couple weeks ago, which is very nice to see. Clear and cool for the next couple of days. For our 7-day forecast, Yakima, we are starting at 76 degrees, making our way into 80-degree temperatures over the next couple days and into our weekend, settling down into 72 on Monday. Our weekends are just looking beautiful. There's some sun on Saturday, making our way into some clouds for the rest of our week. For the Tri-Cities, it is just looking beautiful as well. 78 degrees today and into the 80s. 80s into our weekend. We are skipping straight to summer for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but heading right back into spring for the start of our next work week. Our lows are starting to look like our highs from a couple weeks ago. It is just going to be a beautiful weekend ahead. A warm day today, a warm day tomorrow. Looking forward to the rest of our week. Back to you.
In just 4 years, People for People Meals on Wheels has gone from providing less than 100,000 to over 170,000 meals for seniors in Yakima County who aren't able to cook for themselves. They're struggling to keep up with the demand using a patchwork system of storage facilities and community center kitchens. But KVUE's Emily Goodell tells us they're looking to expand.
Their vision is to have one big building for everything, a commercial kitchen that's big enough to prepare all of their food, a storage facility to be able to store both their fresh and their frozen foods, and an additional dining room. And they already have the land purchased here at the Ahtanum Business Park in Union Gap. The cost of the project, $3.5 million. They've already got $1 million from the state and a little over $1 million in community donations, which is enough to start phase 1, getting the facility built. But they're still accepting donations because they need another $1.5 million to pay for all of the equipment and to put the finishing touches on the facility.
Any senior throughout Yakima County will know that they can have home-delivered meals or a warm meal at a dining site, and that they can remain independent, healthy, and in their own homes.
If all goes according to plan, they're hoping to open the new kitchen by the end of next year. Reporting in Union Gap, Emily Goodell, KVUE Local News.
A warning from the Washington State Patrol. The agency says scammers have hijacked the State Patrol phone number to prey on the public. State Patrol says the caller will tell their victim that their identification has been linked to a crime under investigation in another state or even another country. The scammer then asks to verify private information in an attempt to steal your information. The caller ID may read that it's a call from the State Patrol, but it really isn't. When questioned, the scammers may tell the victim to Google the number and may provide a fake case number. If you get a call like this, don't tell the person anything and hang up. The State Patrol says it doesn't conduct business this way. If the calls continue, phone 911 and tell the communications officer the time and number of the call. Tonight is the night that everything changes for a few top football prospects. You can catch every pick of the 2023 NFL Draft right here on KVUE at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. The second round runs from 4 to 8:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, while round 3 starts Saturday morning at 9 a.m. all right here on KVUE. We talk about national blank days a lot here on Good Morning Northwest, but today in particular is one we're very excited to share with you. Good Morning Northwest will be right back after the break.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
MeTV has added a bonus hour of MASH.
SOS and Mayday.
Each week in May, MeTV celebrates a different, memorable character.
MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities. Broadcast channels 35.2 and 42.2 and on Spectrum Channel 182.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
Ensuring your loved ones are taken care of is so important, but finding the time to help can be challenging. That's where Visiting Angels comes in. Our compassionate caregivers and Visiting Angels team can manage the day-to-day in-home assistance your loved ones need. We offer award-winning care on your terms. Nationally known, locally owned. Call us today at 509-582-7800 for a free consultation, or visit us online at visitingangels.com/Kennewick.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, like this unbeatable deal on the Wrangler sofa, only $5.99. Save big on the Gunsmoke Queen bed, only $6.99. Get the 5-piece Colors dining set for only $4.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm for only $332.49. Plus 3 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row ends soon.
Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry. Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
Welcome back. Okay, Riley, we've had National Cheese Day, National Chocolate Day, we've had National Kindergarten Day, but today is one that is especially close to our hearts here at Cap K-View. It is National Tell a Story Day.
Oh, we love it. Storytelling has been around since the beginning of time. It's an ancient practice of handing down knowledge or entertaining from one generation to the next, and it can take many forms.
And maybe you remember a good childhood fable, your favorite movie or TV show. Even video games can have some of your favorite stories. No matter what story you tell, gather some friends and family to celebrate National Tell a Story Day. It's a wonderful way to pass along family traditions, histories, and long-told tales. And Riley, I don't know about you, but whenever someone asks me why I got into news, I always tell them it's because I love telling stories.
I love that. And I love telling stories as well. I have a story to tell everyone. It's coming up after the break. It's my first solar weather forecast. It's looking beautiful outside. Looking outside at Giesa Stadium in Pasco. The sun is starting to rise. We're going to see just a few clouds today, if any, but a lot of sunshine. I'll have more in my forecast or my story. That's coming up next.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a win for House Republicans as the GOP's debt limit bill passes in the House. But will it be able to make its way onto President Biden's desk? And a transgender Montana state representative has been disciplined following her opposition to proposed legislation.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok is reportedly trying out a feature that will create AI-generated avatars for profile pictures. The feature will use pictures uploaded by each user to create the avatar. The tool is still in its early stages of testing, and it is not widely available to TikTok users. Next, Ring's new indoor security camera has a low-tech innovation. It comes with all the same features as its predecessor, but users can now manually close a cover to disable all video and audio recordings. Previously, you had to turn the systems off through an app or by unplugging them. And AirTag rival Tile has launched a new tracking device for your cats. It costs $40 and is simply called Tile for Cats. It's a modified version of Tile that comes with a collar attachment. The device's battery lasts 3 years. Tile says it has a range of 250 feet. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Being in debt was just such a challenge as a working single mom.
I was working 3 jobs just to make ends meet.
I I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
National Debt Relief negotiated with my creditors and reduced my debt by half.
National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
I feel like I'm in control again. I feel like I'm taking my life back now.
Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
With Allegra, allergies don't hold us back. Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. And unlike Zyrtec, it won't make us drowsy, so you can live your greatness. And Allegra Hives works from the inside to relieve itching and reduce hives for 24 hours.
When the Murrays discovered Gain scent beads, they fell in love with the irresistible scent. So did their dog Roger. Gain scent beads keep even the stinkiest stuff smelling fresh.
House Republicans take the first step in settling the national debt limit issue, but it may be a smaller one than first expected. And entertainment titan Disney has leveled a lawsuit at Florida Governor Ron DeSantis amid what they call a targeted campaign of government retaliation.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And Riley, what can we expect today on this Thursday morning?
Oh, today on this Thursday morning, beautiful conditions. We've got some sun, maybe a few clouds if any, and it's going to be a great day. Let's get into our first alert weather forecast. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are still warming up into some beautiful temperatures. We've got a dry and calm week ahead in terms of precipitation and our winds, all looking forward to a hot weekend that is ahead. For the Yakima area, we are starting our day today in the lower 50-degree temperatures, which is a far cry from last week when we had a freeze warning in the Yakima and Ellensburg areas, making our way into the mid-70s today. For the Tri-Cities, starting our day in the mid-50s, making our way into 77 degrees. And in Walla Walla and the Blues, we're starting in the mid-50s, making our way into 72 degrees today. We have a beautiful day ahead and a beautiful weekend ahead. I'll have more on my full forecast coming up.
The latest U.S. jobless claims report comes out this morning. Many analysts predict the number of Americans out of work will rise for the 4th time in as many weeks, in what they say shows a softening of the labor market. This comes as the nation's debt ceiling drama remains in a stalemate. John Lawrence reports.
President Joe Biden, 2 days after officially announcing his 2024 re-election bid, confident about the direction of the country.
We've created 12 million new jobs. We've created 800,000 manufacturing jobs. We have economic growth moving.
One thing that isn't moving? Negotiations about the looming debt limit crisis.
The dysfunction that we're observing in Washington is very disconcerting.
On Wednesday, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy passed the GOP's Limit, Save, Grow Act of 2023, despite 4 Republicans voting against it.
We have lifted the debt ceiling, so nobody could worry about whether the debt ceiling is going to get lifted. We did it. The Democrats have not. The president wants to make sure the debt ceiling is going to be lifted. Sign this bill.
But the White House's stance remains the same. House Republicans must raise the limit without conditions.
Happy to meet with McCarthy, but not on whether or not the debt limit gets extended. That's not negotiable.
The U.S. reached its spending cap in January, and officials say the federal government is expected to default by June.
Many Americans are starting to figure out that the 40-year high inflation has something to do with the government racking up massive amounts of debt.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
McCarthy's win is largely symbolic, as the measure is not likely to get through the Democratic-led Senate. Montana's State House voted Wednesday to censure the state's first openly transgender lawmaker. It stems from an incident that took place last Tuesday. While speaking against a proposed measure to ban gender-affirming care for minors, Zoe Zephyr said her colleagues would have blood on their hands. Montana's House Speaker ruled she violated the legislature's rules of decorum. Then the majority leader proposed she be banned from the chamber.
It is my motion
that the representative from House District number 100 will no longer be admitted to this floor, House anteroom, or House gallery for the duration of the session until the 68th legislature adjourns sine die.
Montana's Republican-led House approved that motion in a 2/3 vote. Zephyr, who is a Democrat, will not be allowed in the chamber but can still vote remotely. There are only a few days left in the legislative session. Former President Trump may soon have a new opponent in the race for the White House, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. But while the presidential race may be top of mind, he's making headlines this morning for another reason: his fight with Mickey Mouse. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Overnight, sources telling ABC News Florida Governor Ron DeSantis plans to launch an exploratory committee as early as mid-May, setting up a potential campaign for the White House. Sources say the governor is looking to announce his candidacy in mid-June. It comes as his feud with Disney, the parent company of ABC News, escalates. A board he appointed to oversee Disney World nullified 2 agreements yesterday, which had given Disney control over expansion at the resort. And minutes later, Disney filed a First Amendment lawsuit against DeSantis and the board, claiming they're waging a relentless campaign to weaponize government power against Disney in retaliation for expressing a political viewpoint unpopular with certain state officials. That political viewpoint is Disney's opposition to Florida's parental rights and education law, which critics dubbed the Don't Say Gay law, prohibiting classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity. At the center of the ongoing feud is Disney's status as a special tax district in Central Florida, which DeSantis has objected to. The status essentially allows the company to self-govern the area around Disney World and has been in place since the 1960s.
We just wanted them to live under the same rules, pay the debt, pay the taxes, all that stuff.
In the lawsuit, Disney claims there's been a targeted campaign of government retaliation that is now threatening its business operations and jeopardizing its economic future in Florida. Some Republicans have criticized DeSantis for going after Disney, a major employer in his state. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Earlier this year, Florida's legislature decided not to end the special tax designation for Disney because of concern that local residents would then have to pay for fire and police services. Riley Fitzgerald is here with a look at your forecast.
Definitely. We are tracking the next few hours. More details of what to expect coming up in your first alert forecast. It's looking great outside so far.
And following the sponsorship of a transgender entertainer, Bud Light stock has taken a hit.
Get ready for the next generation of football stars to take the stage.
Being here means everything to me.
Live, with appearances by Chris Pratt and the Jonas Brothers. The NFL Draft Live, starting tonight on ABC.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,250 total cash allowance on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
We're seeing customers come in every single day. Pros are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
We made the switch to battery-powered equipment to be ahead of the industry.
It's made in America, and I wanted something that was built here.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Real steel. Find yours.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess pounds can cause stress fractures and foot pain. More at YakTriNews.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It is 5:40. Welcome back. In your consumer headlines, distributors are largely sticking by Anheuser-Busch despite a drop in Bud Light sales. The decline follows two Instagram posts this month that feature transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. According to Beer Business Daily, the company is telling wholesalers the posts weren't part of a formal campaign. It's possible the right-wing backlash is hurting sales. They're down 17%, according to analysis that Bump Williams Consulting gave the Wall Street Journal. As for draft pours at bars and restaurants, industry tracker Beer Board says Bud Light's rivals have begun eclipsing it. Coming up, there have been growing calls for the FDA to get involved in the regulation of cannabis edibles after lab tests reveal some concerning contents. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
Cap KVU First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
When the Murrays discovered Gain scent beads, they fell in love with the irresistible scent. So did their dog Roger. Gain scent beads keep even the stinkiest stuff smelling fresh.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Fellow students.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products, fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress have been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. And during the biggest sale of the season, save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles, plus get a $300 free gift. Check out the Summit Firm, only $332.49, or get a Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99, plus 3 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a live look outside Giza Stadium in Pasco. Looking nice outside. It's going to get nice today and beautiful tomorrow as well. Let's get into our full forecast. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. We are definitely warming up as we get into the rest of our week. We've got some dry and calm conditions in terms of precipitation and wind, and we've got a hot weekend that's ahead. It's definitely heating up. For our highs today, we are seeing 76 in Yakima, 73 in Ellensburg, in the Mid-Columbia area, mid to upper 70 degrees, and in the Blues, we are seeing the lower to mid 70-degree temperatures. For our futurecast, we are seeing not a whole lot. We are seeing clear conditions, a little bit of cloud coverage through our areas into our Friday. Just not a whole lot that's going on our futurecast. Got some wind, got some clouds ahead, but otherwise it's looking just beautiful. For our wind coverage, we are seeing some settling down into our Saturday. Our temperatures are definitely rising on Saturday, and our wind is settling down, peaking on Sunday just a little bit and settling into the rest of our work week. For our temperature trend, we are currently above our averages. This time last week, we were settling around 5 to 10 degrees below our averages for several weeks in a row. Now we are above and going beyond. We're actually not seeing ourselves dropping below our averages anytime soon. Definitely peaking towards our weekend in the 80-degree temperatures, settling down into the start of our work week, which is another trend that we've been seeing over the last couple weeks. Our temperatures are dropping as we get into the start of our work weeks. For our overnight lows tonight, we are seeing the mid to upper 40s across all of our regions. They're kind of looking like our high temperatures from a couple weeks ago, which is very nice to see. Clear and cool for the next couple of days. For our 7-day forecast, Yakima, we are starting at 76 degrees, making our way into 80-degree temperatures over the next couple days and into our weekend, settling down into 72 on Monday. Our weekends are just looking beautiful. There's some sun on Saturday, making our way into some clouds for the rest of our week. For the Tri-Cities, it is just looking beautiful as well. 78 degrees today and into the 80s. 80s into our weekend. We are skipping straight to summer for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but heading right back into spring for the start of our next work week. Our lows are starting to look like our highs from a couple weeks ago. It is just going to be a beautiful weekend ahead. A warm day today, a warm day tomorrow. Looking forward to the rest of our week. Back to you.
Thank you, Riley. Across the nation, there are growing calls to regulate cannabis edibles. A lab that's been testing the products has found they contain things like mold, hair, and pesticides, and in some cases, levels of THC far more than advertised. One mother learned firsthand how harmful these edibles can be after her toddler was hospitalized. ABC's Lindsay Watts has the story.
It was a nightmare for several weeks.
Before 2-year-old Maya was rushed to the hospital, her mom says her daughter got her hands on this, a package that resembled a common kind of breakfast cereal, but it actually contained THC.
She's like, "Mommy, my face is burning."
Amina Sarir of Roanoke, Virginia, says Maya threw up and fell asleep. She says doctors thought it would be for a few hours.
How long did it take her to wake up?
Almost 30 hours.
Open your eyes.
She says when Maya finally came to at the hospital, she struggled to move and speak. Sarir says it's still not clear where the cereal came from.
Maya, can you say please?
She says Maya had hallucinations for weeks.
She was screaming bloody murder that she had bugs in her bed.
Sarir decided to get the leftover cereal tested.
Consumers will reach out because they're scared and they want to know what they took.
Dr. Michelle Peace runs a toxicology lab at Virginia Commonwealth University that's been researching cannabis edibles and the lack of regulations.
You can see from this product they're horribly inconsistent.
Peace He says products are often sprayed with a drug slurry, so the amount of THC is uneven and can be a lot more or a lot less than advertised. She says through testing, they found pesticides, fungus, and more.
When we opened the package up, the cookie was still wet from the solvent, and it had hairs in it.
There are growing calls for the FDA to regulate cannabis edibles. Some THC products can mirror name brand sweets that appeal to kids, but it's not just kids who are getting sick.
Our policymakers should be very thoughtful about the fact that there are hundreds of people that are calling into poison control centers who are having adverse events from the unregulated products.
Sarir says her daughter is doing fine now, nearly 2 years after the scare. But lab results show Maya got a dose of THC that would be dangerous even for an adult.
It has to be some kind of change. There has to be some kind of regulation.
There are efforts underway. Just last month, 2 members of Congress introduced bipartisan legislation that would regulate some of these THC products. And lobbying groups in the hemp and cannabis industry have come out in support of it. Veterans aren't going to learn if cannabis can help them with chronic pain or PTSD anytime soon. The Senate voted Wednesday not to direct the Veteran Affairs Department to study it. It was a surprise move because the measure that would do so had unanimous bipartisan support in committee. Even though 8 Republicans ended up voting for it, the bill still couldn't get the 60 votes it needed. Senator John Cornyn said that's because the study would use volunteers to discuss their experiences, so the results could be biased. But some critics say Republicans blocked it because they don't want a big win for Senator Jon Tester. He's the Democrat who chairs the Veterans Affairs Committee and is up for re-election. Cornyn said he'd be open to a different version of the bill, and negotiations over it may pick up in the near future. Veterans across eastern Washington have reported issues getting their prescriptions filled, have had problems reaching their medical team, or even making an appointment through the Spokane VA Medical Center's online portal. The issues have gone on for the past few years. Now Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers demands the Department of Veterans Affairs shut down the program.
I believe it is time for them to actually pull the plug because there's really no coming back from this mess. It's a deeply broken system.
McMorris Rodgers is ready for the old system to be put back in place for veterans in eastern Washington. The Department of Veterans Affairs rolled out the Oracle Cerner Electronics records system at the Spokane VA Medical Center in October of 2020. Veteran Harold Waters says he's fed up with it.
And after 2.5 years, you just get tired. I'm tired of complaining, and if I don't complain, that means that the system works.
The system was supposed to expand to all VA hospitals in June, but as of Friday, that rollout was on hold in order to fix the system. McMorris Rodgers has announced support for a bill that would end the system completely. When we come back, there's a silver lining to all the storms in California that California's faced recently, or should I say a gold lining, as the state sees its biggest gold rush in years.
We all know how effective and powerful the use of video can be. If you get in an accident, take pictures and use video. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. If children complain about recurring foot pain or other problems, see a doctor. Get more information at yaktrynews.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Get amazing savings right now during the Memorial Day sale at More Furniture, all under $1,000. Relax in style on this reclining sofa featuring fold-down console with cup holders, power outlets, and lights for only $9.95. Gather the gang on this oversized plush sofa with 3 reclining seats for only $9.95. Value and function are always in style at More Furniture, and now you can have it all for less than $1,000. Preview these sales specials and chat with one of our design experts at morefurniture.com.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week. It's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for spring lawn and garden to-dos. At Bi-Mart, our members get more value every day.
We all know how effective and powerful the use of video can be. If you get in an accident, take pictures and use video. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Cat KVUE First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look close to home. In Ellensburg, we are in the mid to lower 70s, mostly sunny in all of our regions today. The Yakima Valley is seeing the mid to upper 70s. For today, we are definitely heating up towards our weekend. We're going to have some great conditions today, and you might want to get out of the house and enjoy that sun, and that we hope is going to stay for a while here. The Mid-Columbia region is seeing the mid to upper 70s, and in the Blues, we're seeing the lower 70s in the northern Blues, and in a bit south, we're going to be seeing the upper 70s. Beautiful conditions all the way around. It's heating up for the next couple days, and it's sticking around. Stick around for my full forecast coming up.